right, Shalom. I want to start off as always by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Recha HaKodash, Dabban unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing his work in truth and sincerity, and also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this morning's lesson, I wanted to read the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse, I'll start at verse 3 and read down to possibly verse 8. And I'm going into this small passage here because of what we're seeing between the Edomites and the Iranians, okay, the Persians, the Edomites, all right? And how pretty much these Edomites are trying to fulfill an agenda that they have in mind, and that is for the small hats to get the blessing of what the Lord told Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob concerning the Holy Land, all right? And they're pushing so much propaganda, so much lies, man, to try and fulfill that, okay? We've seen just a couple of days ago with America, they struck 3 different facilities in the land of Iran in hopes to stop their nuclear program, but come to find out, they hit 3 empty storehouses in so many words, okay? And they're portraying in the media, as if, Trump did something great. And, Trump came out, he tweeted and he boasted like, he did something spectacular. And the Iranians came out and pretty much mocked them, man. Which is, unheard of, for a country to mock America like that. But they're doing it, man. And the Iranians are not afraid of Babylon the Great. They damn sure ain't afraid of the small hats because they shoot missiles on them. So what we're seeing pretty much is that the Lord is he's putting the spirit of war in the earth, and also he put in the spirit of constant exposure of the Edomites. Okay, Esau is constantly being exposed. He's being called out on social media, man. Everybody don't agree with what he's doing, but what Esau is doing is prophecy. Okay, but his arrogance, his pride, is going to get him destroyed. Especially America. They feel untouchable. Okay, these Edomites feel untouchable. Listen to how Trump talk on the news. So with them being greedy how they are, and really, they're attacking Iran, all right, because Iran got something that they want. That's what it's all about. It's not about the Iranians being, a terrorist regime or Muslim. No. It is something in their land that Esau wants. They want control of, okay? Just like in Iraq, just like in Syria, just like in Libya, it's something that they want. And when you don't agree with Esau and his desires, then you become a terrorist. You become a problem. And he's going to use media and, his paid, spokesman on the news to just drag you like a dog. Start, riots in your country, assassinating people. I mean, Esau does the most because he never could be satisfied, right? But they want to control the whole Middle East in so many words. But his arrogance will get him destroyed. So real quick here, this is Habakkuk chapter 2. And verse 3 says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." So The him here is referring to the Edomites. Esau, okay? His soul, which is lifted up, meaning he's a proud devil. He's not upright. But the just, okay, the elect, shall live by faith. Right? And works. We show our faith through our works. Right? It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. Meaning what? The things that he speak, the things that he say, all right, the propaganda, the lies, all right, the lies. He does that through media. One of the main source of propaganda he push is on Fox News. Okay, if you watch Fox News, you'll think America is the most righteous, holiest nation on the planet Earth, and the Edomite is the most purest, holiest, righteous people known to existence. If you watch Fox News, but I mean a bunch of propaganda. Even CNN called them out. And look, CNN full of BS. But even CNN called them out like, hey, look, bro, you not America, not all that, bro. Donald Trump ain't all that, which was funny, to see CNN do that, but they all got, their little stuff going on, man. But these media outlets here and, Babylon the Great, man, especially the main screen news, nothing but lies, nothing but propaganda, okay? It says, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and as death and cannot be satisfied. If that's not talking about the Edomites, then who is this talking about? He enlarges his desire as hell and as death and can never have enough. This is why Netanyahu, right, Bibi, the devil, is doing what he's doing. They're bombing the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. They, causing hell in the West Bank. They all in Syria bombing. They all in Yemen. I mean, these devils are everywhere, bro. Trying to pretty much get rid of Ishmael so that they can get the blessing. This was, bro, that's in their mind, okay? And these Edomite Christian Zionists over here in America who support the small hats, they're even saying that. They're saying stuff like, well, the Jewish people are trying to get their promised land back that God gave them. God didn't give that to the Palestinians, This is what they're saying. But we know according to the scriptures that the Edomites were prophesied to get possession of that land and claim it for themselves. And this is how we know who the Edomites are, right? They're publicly saying that they're the Jews. They're publicly saying, this is my land. God gave this land to me. So these devils are being wicked. And they cannot be satisfied, man. It says, but gather it unto him all nations, and heap it unto him all people. Shall not all these take a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. And this is what's happening. He's in the Holy Land illegally, trying to increase that which is not his. Trying to get a blessing that's not his. Which is blasphemy, okay? Blasphemy, man. You devils are not the Israelites. And this is why you're catching so much hell left and right. According to the Bible, when the Israelites get back in the Holy Land, there won't be any more war. Why is there still wars on the planet? Why is the Iranians bombing you? if you're the true Israelites, right? Where's your Iron Dome? It's a bunch of lies, man. And everybody catching on to you, bro. And this is why one of these devils came on the TV and said, we need to control the media because Gen Z don't like the small hats. Gen Z look at them as evil people. And we need to control that because that's not true. So they're mad that these young adults coming up are watching TikTok and these clips, and they're seeing how the people in Gaza, in the Gaza Strip, are being unalived by the thousands, right? Thousands of, Palestinians, so-called, being slaughtered. And they're saying that it's the small hats doing it, right? BB them. So they're being called out, man. Woe unto you that increase that which is not his. It says, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, which is debt, right? And they're constantly piling debt on each other. They're constantly piling debt as a nation, man. Babylon, the great and the small hats, okay, but especially America, bro. Trillions of dollars in debt. Crazy, right? But the point being is that they're being called out, right? This proverb is in the earth right now. Woe unto him that increased that which is not his, man. And they're calling for you devils to get out of the Holy Land. They're calling for you to get out of the Holy Land, bro. They don't want you there. But stay there. Okay, just stay there, man. And due time, the Lord gonna get y'all. Right? He's gonna put the spirit on Russia, okay, to pretty much judge, So I'll close up with that, man. I'll go ahead and get back to work here. But Lord, when those edifying, bro, man. I'll praise you. How about you, Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.